Hey everybody, it's Jess here with Blessed Jess. Thank you so much for watching. This is my weekly check-in on my intuitive eating and weekly weigh-in. You guys, this one is not super fancy. Let's face it, none of my videos are super fancy, but this is just a house cleaning day and I'm not going to all the trouble to put on makeup and hair just for a quick video. So we're just hanging out in our work clothes and we're drinking some coffee. So sit back and let's chat about how this week went. So since I talked to you last, I went back to the doctor. I was having more what I thought was hives, but turned out it wasn't hives. Long story short, they finally figured out what it was. It's this weird thing, clears up with some medicine. So that's all I'm going to go into. Basically, I have like the weirdest things, like it's basically normal bacteria that's on your skin. Doesn't cause problems for anyone else. It's not contagious. It's not caused by anything weird. It's just normal bacteria that's on everyone else's skin that doesn't bother them, gets on my skin and makes this weird rash. It wasn't hives at all. So the whole time I was on steroids and gaining weight, pointless. So that's always fun to hear. And miserable and hot and all that I dealt with. Yeah, there was no point to that. So anyway, the good news is we've got it cleared up. It's all better. Praise the Lord. So what has happened, that all happened last week, but I hadn't updated you officially on the weigh-in video. So that's what happened. I was on steroids the past like week and like 10 days before that. So I had been up a lot in my weight. So I just wanted to address that. I am off the steroids, so everything should be getting back to normal. However, as soon as I stopped the steroids last week, I got my monthly visitors. So, you know, that always plays a part of making you not lose as quickly as you want to. So I did jump right back onto the intuitive eating bandwagon. I want to say a couple of days I had a real struggle. So we have a big week coming up, you guys. Christmas time is just so crazy. I am so busy right now. Normally I have time throughout the day where I can like sit down and drink coffee and kind of take a little rest, like maybe 30 minutes or something. I've had no time. Like I haven't sat down. I've been going to bed at midnight trying to get stuff done. Just a lot of stuff at church, a lot of stuff with YouTube, a lot of stuff with family and cleaning. And it's been overwhelming. Nate has a couple of big tests coming up and we have to travel about an hour and a half away to get those done. Let me take a sip of my coffee. So, today is Wednesday as I'm filming this and we go on Friday morning. It's going to be stressful. And so I kind of let this stress get to me a couple of days and I know I probably ate more than I should. So hear that? My voice is going in and out. So basically on intuitive eating, what I'm doing, if you're new, I am only eating when I'm physically hungry, stomach growling hungry, and I'm stopping when I'm just barely satisfied. There is no list of foods. There is no list of good food, bad food, counting food, tracking food. It's really freeing. I know Weight Watchers started their new program and I think that's awesome. For all of you that are on Weight Watchers, great. Still, for me, I am not interested in going back to that yet. I'm not saying in the future I won't, but for right now, I'm really loving the freedom of intuitive eating and my focus right now is not on food at all. I did have a couple of days last week where I was really overwhelmed. So let me just tell you what's going to happen for the next week. So on Friday, we're going to go for Nate's EEG. He also is going to have blood work done. We're basically just getting a bunch of tests done to make sure this neurologist that we saw, Nate had some staring episodes and he's had for a long time and we never were that concerned. I didn't think they were anything but him just kind of staring off into space. But they want to be just really, really cautious and we got it checked out because the school had noticed the same thing and they just want to make sure autism, when you have autism, you're at a higher risk for seizures and you know, we don't want to ignore something that could be a potential problem. So they want him to have an MRI, they want him to have EEG, blood work, urine tests, like all kinds of stuff. So and we're having to go to Chattanooga as opposed to Atlanta where we're closest to because Atlanta's so backed up it would have taken like months to get in. So anyway, on Friday is his EEG day, and this one I'm really worried about just because it's a long process. We have to like let him stay up later, wake him up early. We have to be downtown Chattanooga, which is about an hour and a half from here, at 7:45 in the morning, without hardly him having any sleep. He is going to have to be sedated, so I've got medicine I have to bring with me, somehow try to get him to drink, and just all of those little things are kind of stressing me out. He has to sit pretty still. Hopefully the sedation medicine will help with that and him being really tired. And then we're also going to try to get his blood work done after that, because hopefully he'll still be a little bit out of it. That's my hope. I was hoping they would do the blood work next week. And I'll tell you about that in a second, when he's like completely knocked out, but they won't. So I'm going to hopefully get all of that done. My mom is coming into town tomorrow on Thursday, and she's going to stay with Lucy while we do all this, so I don't have to worry about her. The next week, the next Friday after that, which should be his last day of school before Christmas break, so I'm sure he's going to miss whatever party or whatever, which he doesn't really care about anyway. We're going to go back down there, or back up there, for his MRI. And for that, they are going to completely general anesthesia, like he will not be awake for it, which is good. And David's mom and dad are going to help us out with Lucy that week. So a lot of support from family, but you guys, I'm scared, you know. I'm gonna cry. I'm a little bit afraid, and it all goes back, I think, to, you know, I had an MRI and they found something really scary when I was a teenager, and I just don't want anything scary to be. I don't want anything bad. It's so stupid, because I know if there's something wrong, we need to know about it, and it's better to know than to not know. And I'm not anticipating anything being wrong, but still, it's still scary when you have to, you know, put your child under, or dealing with the unknown always scares me, like not knowing how he's gonna cooperate, if he's gonna be afraid. All of that is really stressing me out, and I'm trying to remember where fear comes from. You know, and the Bible says so many times to not fear, that worrying about it isn't going to change anything, and that whatever happens, God will give us the grace to get through. And I'm fully anticipating everything being fine, and I think I'm going to have a lot of peace of mind to know that everything is fine. But we just have to go through this right now, and I'm a little bit afraid, and I don't want him to see me afraid. So I've been trying to be really strong. I made him a little storybook of what's going to happen, as best to my knowledge of what's going to happen. I've just been trying to be really positive, and we're going to have some rewards for him, and just be praying for us. So in saying all of that and getting all emotional on you guys, it's been an emotional week. It's been an emotional week. I've tried my best not to eat my feelings. I've tried my best to not let my mind go to bad places, and just think, you know, everything's going to be fine in the name of Jesus. You go before us, and you'll be our strength, and you'll be our peace in whatever we have to go through during those tests, or, you know, him having to behave a certain way. Like, God will give us the grace to get through it. And I know that I'm going to get on here and tell you guys that everything went great, because it always goes so much better than I worry about, you know. So that's all the drama that's coming up this week. And oh man, you know, Nate also only has one more week of school, basically, because his last day will be the 14th. And I'm a little nervous about how the holidays are going to go with him, just because he does so well at the routine of school. He loves school so much, and he's so active. And when he's home, like, we're going to be home here a full week before we leave to go out of town. So I'm really going to have to plan some things and get him out of the house, which sometimes backfires on me. But with our neighbor situation and everything, he can't be home all the time being loud, because it just creates too much drama. So I'm going to be coming up with some ideas of stuff we can do. Maybe I can even take them to the church and let them play there. That might actually be what I do, because I'll have David. David will be working, but maybe I can work on something there and they can play, and that won't be a big deal. So that might be what we do, and just not be here at all. Because he's very routine. Like, he loves school, you guys. And I want to say thank you so much. I know this video is turning so far past WeighIn, and I will get to that in a second. I want to thank you guys for all of your prayers about his new classroom, you guys. You know, I got on here and cried about him having to move out of a regular kindergarten class and into a autism class. But it's been amazing. He has had not 1 minute of trouble, and he just transitioned. We thought he would have a little bit of a transition season period while he was getting used to it. He went right in there. He loves it. I get notes home every day how awesome he's doing. We've had no behavioral issues out of, I mean, I'm sure, they're handling things there and they're not telling me everything, surely, but because I know he's still doing his wet noodle where he just melts down into the floor, but he's getting all smiley faces. He's eating better at school. Like, everything is going so well. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, it's because of everyone praying. And that is the reason it all went so smoothly. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, I'm going to stop crying and we're going to get into the weight results. Okay. I was hoping the weight would go a little faster, but being on my period plus a few days of not being the greatest eating wise, it's not coming off as fast as I would like, but it is lower. So last week, and I'm going to try to get these numbers right, I'm just trying to remember them. Last week I was 226.4, which was up like 6 pounds in the last 2 weeks. Insane. And I know all that was from steroids. 226.4. This morning I woke up and I was 224.6. So it's like the reverse. And I believe that's 1.8 pounds down. I was hoping all that steroid weight would just come off, but it's down and I'm happy with that. In this holiday season, I have a video coming up on Saturday, just a little sneak peek for you guys that are watching, about how to deal with stress during the holiday season. And I really encourage you guys to watch that because it's something I'm really trying to focus on this year. We all get so busy and we all get so stressed out around this time of the year. And sometimes we just need to take a step back and remember what we're doing. Like, remember what Christmas is about. Remember, create memories with our family and not just try to buy the best present, cook the best dinner, have everything, the perfect Christmas picture of perfection that we all kind of strive for, and celebrate the chaos sometimes. So that video is coming up, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do in this holiday season. Even with my food, take a step back and realize, I don't have to taste every goodie and make myself overeat and be miserable and be further backed up in my weight loss goals. I can enjoy myself and make memories without letting it all be about food. Just like it all shouldn't be about presents, and it all shouldn't be about parties, and it all shouldn't be about, whatever else Christmas has become. It all shouldn't be about food either. Create memories. Have small portions. Don't make yourself have that feeling of I ate too much, because that's just no fun. And then you're going to beat yourself up because you overate. So anyway, I just wanted to say that's what I'm going to try to do this Christmas season. And the intuitive eating just goes hand in hand with that. And I've loved being able to just eat what I want, eat smaller portions. Oops, sorry guys. Eat smaller portions and not stress out about tracking and buying all this like healthy food, and then I crave like unhealthy food and feel guilty about it. Like, the guilt has gone. There's so much freedom, and I know that medications are going to come. Right now I'm on this medicine because of trying to clear up this rash, and it was a rash. It wasn't hives. I can't even talk today. And you have to like take food with it, but you have to wash your skin before you take this medicine, and then you have to take it with food. Like, it's all this, and so I'm kind of stressing out about like, well, I don't want to eat when I'm not hungry. So I'm just kind of trying to play around with it. But the bottom line is, medications are going to come, medications are going to go, periods are going to come, periods are going to go. But if you are consistently doing the plan of just eating when you're hungry, stopping when you're full, eventually it will all balance out. And that's what's happening. So, I went up a little bit when I was on all those steroids, and immediately started my period, and it's not coming off as fast as I would hope. But we have a lot going on right now, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it being a little bit slower, and eventually I will get there. And I'm not stressing, and it's not been hard at all. In fact, so many people have asked me if I'm still doing intuitive eating, because I don't talk about it that much in my vlogs. And that's because I don't think about it that much. And yes, I am still doing it, but it's not something I constantly think about. When I was on Weight Watchers or counting macros or any of the other plans I've done, I was constantly thinking about it. So I was constantly talking about it. So yes, ask me any questions you would like, but I don't always just think to share that. So you guys be praying for us. I love you all. If I can help you or pray for you in any way, please let me know down below. I would love to pray for you this Christmas season and all year long, of course. So thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up for 1.8 pounds. I will take it. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all.